Brat's from Charlie,
Charlie
right?
XX, yeah.
Okay.
That's Charlie. Did you listen to that shit?
No, I haven't.
He actually listened to it.
Yeah, you listened to the whole thing?
Yeah, before I went to the concert.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was going to a concert, and I was like, you know what? I am going to know every song on the new Charlie XCX album.
Okay.
And she's like, all right. And so she went, and I was like, and I listened to it like twice. I didn't know every song, or I just told her I was gonna listen to it, and so I listened to it like twice, and I pretty much like I know the album, and it's pretty good. It's a good album. It's weird, but I know Charlie XCX now.
What is her
Party
like
girl.
genre like?
Hyperpop, I think. But yeah, it's
when it
very
comes
much
to
like
genres,
party.
it's
Trying to categorize myself as an artist now has been like very interesting because I'm like.
How do people typically categorize you?
Speaking of what I have now so far, I think my first song is definitely a mix of pop and like R&B. My whole sound would be more of like alternative pop, dream pop in there, contemporary R&B.
Well, you do also you do the shows with
Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah, no, I definitely like the influence. I do have like, the love for jazz and the jazz singing background.
Yeah.
It's very different though. It's crazy. It's like two different worlds. Like, would you go do when we see you go doing that?
I mean,
it is.
But that's cool because like it's very versatile. Like
and then before the jazz, I come from a rock background.
Yeah.
So it's like I enjoy all of it, honestly. It's probably more pop than it's ever been.
Yeah. Do you want to like down the line have some like rock influenced songs and all that?
Probably to some extent. Probably like
Well,
some
maybe
sort
not
of
like
alternative like rock type of stuff. And I know Olivia Rodrigo isn't considered pop, but like for example, her sound is something I would love to do something like that. And actually when I was starting out, like I considered a lot of things. I actually got very technical and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to define myself, at least at the beginning, because you're barely starting out and starting to show the world what you're about. So I had to,
And she does like a blend of like pop punk and pop, right? Isn't it weird?
Yeah. Is it pop punk?
I've heard a few of her songs and I can't recall.
I know she came out with like some fucking like punk rock-esque fucking thing.
People compared her a lot to Avril Lavigne when she started.
Avril
It was
Lavigne
like the modern
that's a good comparison actually.
Yeah, and I would love to do something like that. Like I find it so fun.
Yeah, we nailed it. We fucking nailed it, guys. There you go.
Dude. Once again, we fucking nailed it, dude. Every single time. What's wrong with my
what
fucking
alarms
phone?
you got going off?
I don't know. But hold on. Let me
Brenda,
see.
have you gotten used to the alarms?
I don't think I can ever get used to that.
I feel
it triggers me every time.
I know. Do you ever tell them to get like one that's an alarm that's pleasant?
I don't think any alarm is pleasant.
At some point, I tried that stuff or tried something more pleasant.
Yeah.
And then I just ended up hating it.
Yeah,
I
always.
ended up associating it.
Yeah,
with,
like, dude, I used to use like my favorite song as my alarm.
Yeah, and then you end up
I
hating
hate that
it.
fucking
Exactly.
song.
Yeah, that happens to me too. Which is why I kind of just the faint nature sounds.
Like some of those that kind of like start lower and then progressively
or when you wake up and you realize that the alarm's been off, but it's not like fucking your like mental like I don't know how to explain it. I'm fucking
hate it,
can't
but
explain it,
he needs them, so
it's all right. I can't do alarms. For me, it's setting them because I know I'm gonna change something, and I'm like, God.
I set alarms and because like I can't remember to do anything ever, dude, and I just don't have a sense of time. Like, you know what I mean?
I
without my alarms, I never know what time it is. So
that's
like
ADHD.
I make the decision to set alarms and create them out of the desperation to fucking be able to have
some sense of control.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, honestly, alarms are supposed to be very helpful. I think I would benefit
my
from
therapist has recommended it. I have considered.
It's just
I haven't.
It's a hard habit for me to catch.
I agree.
Yeah, but anyway, all right. Here we are once again, here to do the Planet podcast. It's the EP podcast, everyone, with your host,
AXEL X Jimenez, and the other host,
DARYLD. And tonight we are here with the very lovely
Valentina Baby.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming to DARYLD's studio that we have.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my studio, that is right. Welcome to the HQ.
It's been a minute since we recorded our last episode, which...
Yeah, you know, it's weird. I'm a little nervous.
Life happens.
I'm a little nervous about this one. Yeah.
Nah.
But,
we had a nice little...
I don't bite. I mean...
We just pressed...
Really?
Not here.
I think we're good. Yeah. We have our waters. Thanks for reminding me, DARYLD.
Yeah, actually, this is
I'm
your
like,
water.
are you drinking my water?
Sorry.
I've been looking for it.
I'm drinking the baby's water. Oh my god, we are here.
You're
and
freezing?
it is fucking cold.
It is
dude.
cold. It is cold.
It is cold in this bitch, man.
We used to have the little
comfy.
heater that we used to put right here.
Yeah, I was thinking about a little
the one
heater.
that's
You
in
could have
my-
brought the one from
Oh, it's still here.
It's
I thought it just got thrown out.
It's a bitch to bring it in and out, dude. But fuck, dude, it was like hot a couple weeks ago.
We have jobs. I think we can start affording some of this stuff. Like,
We have jobs.
Yeah, like I don't know, yeah, some good fucking central heating in here.
Central heating. Maybe get it fumigated. There's a lot of
Oh, God.
bugs.
Oh, God.
It's okay. We
All the
make do.
spiders.
We're trying.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
thanks for
nice.
coming out,
No,
Brenda.
thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
What are you?
Exciting.
You're still taking music classes, right?
No.
Oh, no?
I'm done with that. I do want to go back. I do intend to
Yeah.
go back because there's like always more you can learn and
Dude, always.
kind of keeps you in check.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
yeah, no, I actually finished 2 months ago.
So you're full force in music now.
Yep.
Dude, that's cool.
I'm doing the everything.
How do you plan it? Do you know
God.
like the releasing and the writing?
Yeah, I'm basically putting on all the hats like every day, and it's a lot. It's honestly a lot, but it's also very rewarding. Like already, like I don't even need to start. Just the fact that I'm doing it and I know I'm doing it, even though it's like I have all my work ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice because it took me a really long time to actually start
You
doing
got the ball
this.
rolling.
Yes,
You're
it's
kinda
like,
just
okay,
in it.
now at least I'm on my way.
Dude, I mean, I remember when that happened to us. I feel like there was a moment where we're just like, all right, we're in this. Like,
Yeah, it was just like, all right, let's just start doing this. We don't know what we're doing, but like,
Yeah, but
let's.
it's like you figure it out.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
get like the basics, if like you even like working with the producer is like crazy because when you told me the stories, I was like, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is.
I haven't even worked with somebody like that, you know?
No, it was really crazy, like being in a studio for the first time, and Danny's great.
Danny
y'all.
Outro. Shout out Danny Outro.
Danny Outro.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great at guiding. He works with a ton of artists actually, and he's been doing this for a long time, so you could tell like he knows exactly how to guide you and how to like understand your needs.
Like the writing process and like the process of making music is so different when it's like a single artist as opposed to like
a
bands
band.
and stuff. Because
Because I was in the studio
Yeah,
with
he's
her.
been present.
oh yeah, you were.
Yeah,
he's
Danny.
been in every session.
Yeah.
Oh, have you?
I saw the process
Oh.
of her song "Sweetness," like, and I'm sure there's plenty of different ways that singers or artists do it, but the way she does it, or they do it specifically, she goes in, and she has a song written, but like from what I've seen, it's like he's just kind of like bringing the music together and like they're piecing it once like they just piece it together but he's really talented. Like Danny's talented. The stuff he comes up with is really good and it just kind of blends really well.
Do you come in with like lyrics and then having an idea of what kinds of instruments you imagine and so you just explain that? Or
and I used to play guitar. Right now I really don't much, but I used to just kind of like come up with a melody, and I come up with lyrics more than anything, or both of them at the same time, but it's like a very loose melody. It's kind of more of like an overview of what type of song this is, what it kind of feels like. And then I've also kind of found myself now more that I was stuck with like piles of notebooks and songs, and some of them like I want to work on right now, and some of them are just kind of like, okay, this isn't me at all anymore.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool to see.
Like drafts, you know.
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
it's really cool to see your development. That's kind of, I guess, as a songwriter, it's been kind of like the coolest thing, and what I've used it for the most. Just kind of getting to know myself and expressing my emotions. It's very much been an outlet.
Cool. No, I mean, that's what's cool about the writing process is, especially for singers and writers, because you guys are actually pouring words and lyrics and like all that into it.
Yeah, I feel like it's been pouring my existence into like words and all my emotions and everything I didn't talk about, or everything
That's cool. No.
Yeah, so that's kind of how just my songwriting starts. Okay. And then it's just like, after I look at it from the outside, it's like, okay, I actually think this is great, or I have this idea for the song, or it would
or like you hear it out loud.
I kind of have an idea of what I want it to sound like, but it's been very loose as of now. But then also I'm kind of newer to the whole music theory, and kind of just getting educated on music has given me a bunch of tools to actually be able to communicate with
that's
Danny.
True producer. Oh yeah.
Because I studied like production, so now it's like I'm not great at. I don't have 10 years or however long he's been producing, maybe longer. But I have the knowledge to say, I want this here. I want this, and he just does it like this.
Or like in a different octave. Let's try this.
Yes,
like
exactly.
just having terms like shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
cool.
that's been great, and that's kind of like how he's really open to that songwriting journey with me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I would love to see that, because I haven't seen that. Like,
it's not. Yeah, it's very different.
Because when I recorded with my band, it was just we came up with the songs, and the guitarist, we go in, lay down, drums are first, but we have like a guitar scratch, so I have to play the song with the guitarist, and then we do that a few times, and then it's just very one by one, and I do my part and I'm good, but you're doing like the whole like it's like directing. I mean,
and dude, even with Crew Dudes, it's like we go into a session, and the way we come up with the new songs is like either Don, Omar, or me will have something completely done in GarageBand and be like the drums, bass, guitar, everything, and just be like, hey, we have this.
I love that.
I got this. What do you think about this song? And they're just like, oh shit, that's rad. Like let's slap some lyrics on it. Like, oh, okay. When you write your lyrics, do you kind of just like spill out like a paragraph of whatever and then structure it later, or how do you do it?
I think I've had to do more of the structuring now that I'm actually working it into a song.
Okay.
No, it's honestly, it's kind of, for me, it's like storytelling.
Like a poem, like 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 a poem.
Yeah.
Because I think that's how I viewed it when I was doing like my first band, False Prophet. Like I did some of the songs and the lyrics, and I would always look at it as like I'm writing a poem.
Yeah, or sometimes the first idea I get by reading it or by writing it, I can decide almost immediately what is a verse and what is a chorus. So sometimes I do start writing like a chorus, or like I'm like, okay, this is what I want as the main idea, and it's kind of weird saying it out loud. It just kind of happens in my head.
No,
and a lot of the times it's like I'm driving, so I'm like making like voice memos of what I want the melody or to sound like. And sometimes
cool.
I'll just go back and say, okay, how does this start? What
Yeah. Or kind of just.
How do you do it? Is that how you do it? You just write a bunch of stuff and then you figure out how to structure and. Because punk is very weird sometimes.
What I'll do is it all depends. Like sometimes what I'll do is like, it's just different. If I start with lyrics first, like I'll just spill my guts, and it won't have any structure or anything. I'll just kind of just write in a paragraph of like, or what I am feeling or whatever. And then like, if someone has a song, like if Donovan has a song, then I'll be like, oh, like this sounds like I could sing these lyrics on that. Like, so then I'll grab this whatever that I have in my journal, and then I'll just fit it to. I'll just mold it into like, even if it has to be a new version that kind of goes with the song. But then sometimes like, I'll have just music first, and then if I don't have lyrics, I'll just be like, what do I feel like expressing
express
with
it.
this?
That's cool.
And then like I'll just
See, that's
I've yet
fit
to do
stuff.
that.
you see, that's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it's, and it's easier, I think, for people in, well, I mean, you know, in a band, I guess, because
Yeah.
even for me, like I have other members who may create a song, and I'm like, oh, I have the perfect drums for this.
It's very collaborative.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but like, and so is that, but it's just between you and Danny, which is actually makes it really impressive. Is it's
Yeah.
just you two coming in to do it versus like we have like 5 guys, like, you know, like just kind of is broken down, you know?
Yeah.
The PP Podcast will be right back.
Hey, but you also play drums too. So are you,
I mean,
are you laying down some beats in those, or is that you on some tracks, or what?
No, not yet.
No,
I
you
wish.
gotta
I
do some.
wish.
Yeah, you gotta
no,
do some.
I would eventually. I'm like.
Wait, so you do have the whole release? You have all the songs?
Oh,
Or-
right now I have another release coming up, and I'm gonna be working on a few more songs. It's kind of not. I'm just kind of like putting stuff out there
Yeah.
for now, and
Yeah.
then I'll decide, I guess, when
Hey,
the
man.
end of an era
Yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's largely music these days. Like, it's not like back then that people made an album and then
Yeah,
waited
that's true.
3 years, toured,
You can
all
even
of
do
that
just
in
singles
between.
for a while.
Yeah,
Just
people are
release
just
singles.
throwing
Yeah.
out singles and then
Yeah.
calling it an album.
Yeah.
So
Demos,
that's
we
the
used to do
new
demos.
that's the new music
Yeah.
business industry.
Yeah.
So
Hey, man. Well, hopefully drums. We can hear you.
yeah, that's I've done a bit of piano. I wish I could do more.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult now with like my body.
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, how
I'm
come?
like,
Is
yeah,
it
we're
from-
touching into that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the physical
Uh-huh.
ailments suck.
So it causes a lot of pain in your hands, or
Yeah, I can't take it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it hurts my joints a lot, and it sucks because that's the reason I also don't play guitar anymore. That's the reason. Actually, drums surprisingly haven't hurt me as much as I expected them to, because it's not like you need to boom, it's
Yeah.
very the more relaxed you are, the kind of
I mean, it's true. A lot of people get stiff, and but it really is.
Yeah, I guess
you have to be very loose.
Yeah, I've kind of I guess learned a little bit about a few instruments to the point where, again, it's kind of the same thing as with music production.
Yeah.
I feel like I have enough tools to help me come up with something, and then I'm gonna use, in this case, Danny to bring that vision
That's
to
why it's
life.
it was kind of like you're a director, you're directing, oh,
Yeah.
I have an understanding of the percussion or the
Yeah.
the melody and
So I will
Yeah.
go to him. For example, my second song, I wanted it to have a certain vibe
yeah.
when I came in, and for example, I'm at the point where, again, I might not be doing the live drums on the song myself, but I know what the beat is supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
To give it this vibe, I know what kind of instrumentation and where. I actually loved music production, even though I'm not a producer per se. I don't think I ever will be. I love the aspects of music production, and I love, you know, like the panning and all the little details and all. I love, like, I guess the music I make is very kind of detail oriented in that sense that I love creating a vibe. And I love, like, the floaty dreaminess.
Adding
and
a lot of, like
very layered
stuff. Lots of layers.
And it's just good to be able to know that shit.
Exactly.
To be able to like have a hand at like
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like as a filmmaker, like I don't love video editing, but I love that I know how to do it because I don't need you know what I mean? And it's fun. Like it's just a whole other way that I can get even more creative with what I'm making. You know what I mean? Like I get to add the music that I want.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Sweetness.
Yeah, let's talk about Sweetness.
This is the very first Valentina Baby release. Am I saying that right, or do I sound like a white boy when I say that like that?
No,
White boy.
Is it Valentina Baby? How do I say it? How do you say it correctly?
Baby, is it Valentina
It's
Baby?
Valentina Baby.
Valentina Baby?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
Like-
that's how the real fans...
It's supposed to sound like the Daniel Caesar song
Valentina
that
Baby.
it came from. yeah.
Valentina, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you wanted to know the origins, it's not the Mexican Chile.
Oh, okay. Not Valentina.
Contrary to popular belief, no.
It's not the
I am not
Chile.
sponsored by Valentina.
Yeah.
Just
Did you?
yet.
No.
It's a cool name, man.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I spent way too long not announcing myself as an artist because I was trying to pick the right name, and I had
Right.
so many choices. And one day I was listening through like my favorite artists and artists that are like big inspirations. Shout out to Daniel Caesar.
Oh, Daniel Caesar, yeah. I like Daniel Caesar.
No,
He's
yeah.
sick.
One day I was just listening to the song, and it's called Valentina, and it starts with Valentina Baby. I only need blah blah blah. So,
Dang, so it just felt right.
yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'll just pick this, and that's it. I just decided to stop breaking my head between all the other
That's good.
Yeah.
names I had.
So-
I was like, it's not that important.
You got it, and now you can now you've been
Yeah,
moving
no,
forward.
exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, I got it. I can announce myself
Yeah,
as
fuck
an
yeah.
artist now.
Yeah.
All
hell
I
yeah.
knew is I didn't want to be Brenda.
No, but that's cool. Like sometimes it helps to just have that persona, like your
Yeah,
stage.
I think I needed
presence.
to mark a separation from who I was and who I am becoming.
Totally.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But you know what? I'm not like opposed to at some point if I want to experiment with different sounds to have like an alter ego. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Like it's art. It doesn't have to be so structured. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be, you know?
So you released the music video.
Yeah, shout
Who-
out to
The director.
Yes,
the
and the
director of the
cinematographer.
Yeah,
video.
thank you. No, it was great. It was fun.
Cinematographers.
Yeah.
Go watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Yes,
It'll be
please
linked.
do.
You know, the whole linked in the YouTube channel.
It's great.
Description.
These guys are great.
But you had fun. Was it fun?
It was fun. It was kind of stressful.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it was
not
a
gonna
2-day
lie.
shoot, I think.
Yeah, it was 2 days.
2-day shoot. We shot it in Monte at that one place.
It reminded me of one of those projects that you're like, hey, challenge yourself to do like a two-day
Yes.
like shoot. and
4-man
just-
crew.
Yeah, just format and just
Yeah.
get it done. And it's like,
The thing,
we got it done.
Yeah, the thing is, I had that like really tight kind of deadline, and
So the deadline was for a class assignment?
Yeah, it was a class
love
project.
that.
I
That's
decided
fucking
I'm just
cool.
gonna like because we had to do something that pushed ourselves forward as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, am I really gonna pick this? Yes, this is the moment where I have to push myself to do something else, and he was really, you know, supportive of it.
Dude, making a music video for a class like that's
Yeah.
Rad,
that's
dude.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
stressful, I know, I imagine. Yeah.
No, but it was, and then I don't like feeling mediocre, I guess is the best way. I don't like,
Yeah.
I always like push myself, I guess, to my limits. Even like, no matter like what it was for, it was still like,
Dude, it
like
came
at
out
the
awesome.
end of the day, I'm an artist.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You know, I'm
Mhm.
an artist.
You
And
gotta grow from that.
Yeah.
Grow from that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really cool.
So within
It
the
was
span of a
fun.
month, you came out with Sweetness and then the music video.
Yep.
So let's talk about the song. How did this come to be?
Yeah, how did this come to be?
He wants a shout out? You want a shout out?
I don't know. I just,
Oh, Dale.
I'm not trying to get a shout out.
So
No, I'm
What's
just.
this song about?
Nah, I don't know. I'm just. Come on. I just think.
Hey,
I don't know.
if I had a girl
People
that-
want to know.
If I had a song
They wanna know.
written about me,
Yeah.
I'd be feeling like woo, like
Shout out to the inspo.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that feel?
I wrote the song basically.
No.
Yeah, right.
Let's change it. How do you feel having a song written and made a music video to or by or
Yeah,
how do you
About
feel? How does
or
it feel
Yeah,
being
like someone wrote a song about you,
Yeah,
and then
man.
you directed the music video. You were present during the creation of that
yeah,
song.
man.
That's
What was that like? That was the
interesting.
first.
It
was first for you, right?
It feels very narcissistic of me.
It feels like I want to talk about it.
No.
We have our own podcast.
I'm blushing right now. I'm blushing.
Aw.
No.
It's adorable. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna
awesome.
say. We're
It's
gonna say.
great.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's just
Yeah, it's cool,
got
man.
a little pep to your step. You know,
It's rad, dude. It's cool.
that's funny. That's cool.
Okay, yeah.
It's cute, man.
It's a great song. It's.
Thank
oh,
you.
man.
Thank
It's
you.
great, dude.
It was crazy. Like
job.
it's my baby. It's my first. It's my first.
Literally.
child.
Yeah, dude.
It's a baby.
It's our baby now.
Dude, Bobby loves it.
Oh, that's,
Yeah, dude. Bobby, yeah, he's like, I played that shit 10 times in the
Dude, it
car.
was awesome. And you also previewed.
That's the one. That's
Oh,
my
that's
next
the
one.
one?
It's called
Yeah, that's the
Olvido.
follow up to Sweetness.
Yeah,
You guys are
Olvido.
gonna love it.
Spanish and English. It's the first one I throw out in Spanish and English because
Yeah.
I am. I do write in both languages.
Because you actually are from Mexico.
Yeah.
You are.
born and raised and
If-
Mexicana.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Shout out Michoacán.
Shout out Saguayo, Michoacán.
Saguayo.
And
Oh,
toda mi
shit.
gente que me está viendo por allá.
Ay.
Okay. Alright,
Gracias
sweet.
por viendo el video y
Close
Brenda.
enough. Yeah.
Sí.
Sí.
See? Okay, that's enough Spanish.
Yeah.
Before we embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, before I embarrass
No,
you.
I spent a week in Mexico. I loved it. I really
great.
got to practice more Spanish and talking and conversing. So
It's such and Daryl has actually mentioned it. It's such a formative part of like who I am.
Yeah.
Mexico.
No,
like I
totally.
would he's like, I've never met someone so Mexican. No. But yeah, no, it really it helps bring a different, I think, perspective to my music, the having grown up out there and having experienced the totally different culture,
Yeah.
the totally different lifestyle, mindset, and then the contrast of living here, and, you know, the coming here as, you know, to pursue art, which is something that is very difficult to do out there. Yeah, it's, I guess, brings a very different take, or that's what I'm trying to bring, a different take. You know, my own experience.
It makes it unique. Makes you very unique.
Into my
You're-
music.
yeah.
Like, I know people more and more are doing the Spanish and English these days, but I think there's a difference.
Yeah, that's awesome. Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico,
And-
cabrones.
Yeah.
Take a shot to that.
Alright. And
Salud.
fuck America.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And motherfuck America.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
live.
for another episode, guys.
Yeah.
That's
for
why-
an epi-
But yeah, that's why we live here on Planet.
That's why America doesn't exist when we're here.
So fuck you, America.
Fuck that.
But anyway, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you guys for
No,
having
thank
me.
you. Yeah,
for
it
putting
was
all
awesome.
this
It was wonderful.
together. Yeah, it was nice.
What would you like to plug to that camera right there?
En español, por favor. Yeah,
About your song?
Valentina Baby Sweetness on YouTube. Like the music video
Oh.
is on YouTube. The rest of my music is out on every platform. And yeah.
At Valentina Baby Official is
Yes.
her Instagram.
That's my
IG
Instagram. I
handles.
still don't
Yeah.
know I'm so bad.
That's okay.
Here, boom, there it is. It's right there.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for being here tonight. It was fucking awesome talking to you.
It was great, Brenda. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, what the fuck were you gonna say?
No, I'm an idiot. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Olvido is coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, fuck yeah. All right, that was the PP Podcast episode. Who the fuck knows? But it's with Valentina Baby, Valentina
Just
Baby.
think of the song. song. That's
yeah,
what I do.
I'll just remember
I never
Daniel
listened to it, though.
Caesar.
I haven't heard that song from him.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a good
and
one.
we were with your host,
Axel X Jimenez, and your other host,
DARYLD. Thank you so much for being here, and we hope you have a wonderful, cozy, lovely,
Warm.
snuggy, warm,
Sorry.
beautiful night, and we'll see you in the next episode. Good night.